We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Faith Flanagan Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head women's lacrosse coach Faith Flanagan. And Faith, you girls have had a little bit of a break. Haven't been on the field since February 22nd. Talk about how you've used that time to kind of recover and get ready to go.
Yeah, so this year we are a little bit shorter on numbers. We're already facing some injuries, and so the best thing for my girls was to give them a physical and mental break, and for them to still keep their sticks in the hands, do the things that they need to do, still condition, but also go have fun and then go have a good spring break. With that, we had our first practice back yesterday, and honestly, the energy's changed. The girls are feeling better. Their bodies have recovered. So now we can take on Rockhurst, and then we can also go into our conference play feeling good.
And looking at that last match against Shepherd, obviously not the result you guys wanted in the loss, but talk about some of the things you take away from that match.
Yeah, that was a really big learning game for us because it was our first loss. And as much as it sucks to lose, our girls needed to feel how it feels to lose. And with that, we learned a lot from that game because that just wasn't us. We played a very selfish game, which is not who we are. And we talked about it and we were like, what was it? And it's because they have such a big heart. They all want to win the game. And they want to try and be the standout player, but they realize now that working as a team is the best way to do things and the best way that we score points and get the results that we want. So it was a really great learning opportunity, and the girls don't want to feel that loss again, so we're trying to get as many wins as we can.
And you talked about coming back to practice after spring break. Talk about some of that energy that you felt. You mentioned a change in the team. Talk about that energy and what it was like.
Yeah, so the week before spring break, I was a little bit harder on my girls than I usually am. We really nitpicked things, and they were like really focused. And then now I get to be more my bubbly self and mix it in with critiquing certain things here and there. And it's just the girls are getting things done. They take things serious, but they're also having laughs and they're joking with each other. And it's just that's how they find their chemistry. That's how they work with each other when they're having fun, enjoying things, and also taking it serious. So it's just a good combination, and their speed was the speed I haven't seen in a long time. So that was really super great to see. They were catching, they were playing hard defense. It was really good to see.
And one of the keys to your success in this early portion of the season has been your defense. Maisie Lattis and Net and the girls in front of her have been working really hard. Talk about that defensive side of the ball and kind of how they've kind of led the way.
Yeah, so defense, I can't think enough. I have a track girl playing back there right now, a soccer girl playing back there right now, and then I have my girls, and they are just working together. They've listened to the things I've told them to do, and they're playing really great defense, which is super awesome to see. Number 15, Brea, she's been out the past couple games because she's finishing off her track season, so we're super excited to have her back. Even though she's a track player, she's someone who's super solid and has really great communication skills, which really helps us. And then we have girls like Chantel, again, a soccer player who has put in the effort from November and worked really hard, and she's making an impact on our defense. And then somebody like Julia Daniels, she's playing both sides of the field, and when I need her on defense and I need her on her strong defense, she does exactly what I'm asking her to do. So defensive end is quote-unquote our weaker point, but they're doing everything I'm asking them to do, which is really awesome.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head women's lacrosse coach Faith Flanagan. And Faith, guys, got your last non-conference game before you hit the conference play on Friday against Rockhurst. Talk about the matchup and what you're seeing.
Yeah, so Rockhurst, I was just statting them right now and looking through. We're going to watch their game at 6:30 versus Walsh. So that will give us more of an idea of exactly what we need to do, what things we need to run. Rockhurst is a very talented team. They're going to be a very hard competition. If my girls decide to play their game and show up, I really do think it's going to be a really great matchup.
And as you guys are getting ready for conference play, talk about some of the things that you're working on over this last stretch before you hit that MEC schedule.
Yeah, so a lot of the things that we're working on is finding that chemistry. Who works really well together on the attacking end? Who needs to be in what position on the defensive end? Who needs to be taking the draw? Who's getting the draw off the circle? So a lot of that is tweaking that chemistry and seeing who's stronger versus what kind of competition, because every team plays different. Every team brings a different kind of defense, and we're starting to realize, okay, maybe Trin takes draw for the beginning half, and then we switch it to Claire because I need Trinity on the circle. So simple switches, finding that chemistry has been really beneficial.
And finally, talk about some of your goals. You're back in action for the first time in a couple of weeks. Talk about some of the goals for Rockhurst and kind of how you're going to attack.
Yeah, so Rockhurst, honestly, my biggest thing for my girls is to play as a team. We had a lot of individualized play against Shepherd, and as long as they come out and they play as a team, they keep positive and have good energy, no matter the outcome, I'm going to be very happy with that. The only thing I ever ask from them is to give me 110%, and if we end up losing that game and they gave me everything they got, I got to reflect on myself as a coach and the decisions I made. If they give me their all, I'm happy with whatever we do.
Thanks, Faith. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.